To tell the story of UFO Enemy Unknown, we must go back to the year 1994 when the game was released. At the end of the 20th century, there appear more and more flying saucers over the Earth. Countless military reports and more often occurring cases of abductions of people by aliens force major powers to take an important decision. In December of 1998, international organizations were being established whose main task is to fight with aliens. Their ranks are being supplied by the best soldiers, scientists, and engineers. As the head of the XCOM, the name given to this organization, our most important task is to repel the invasion of the enemy. To do this, it's essential to establish a base. First base is the most important. There will be aircrafts operating from it, and there will be troops billeted inside. We can establish a base anywhere on the globe, but the best sites tend to be in Europe and North America. Every month we have to report our activities, and, depending on our progress, governments decide to increase or decrease the grant we are given. At the beginning of the game, it is the only source of funding, so we have to plan forward and locate our common command center in one of the richest countries. This will provide us with a steady supply of funds. Once we have chosen the right place, there will be built a modest base. At the beginning, we'll have just a small radar, 3 hangars, and some warehouses. We will be provided with interceptors and transport aircraft. Unfortunately, our fighters are quite obsolete. Also, they have a very limited range, so we should consider constructing consecutive bases in different parts of the world. The first thing we need to do is to expand our command center. It is necessary to construct living quarters, laboratories, and workshops. We should also build alien containment and quite a few other buildings. Once we build our first base, we need to employ staff. The most important are the soldiers, as they will be fighting with the aliens. Each of our superheroes is described by a number of attributes being modified in time. All recruits initially have the rank of squattee and can be promoted through participation in missions and killing aliens. Initially, we have quite primitive weapons, but our troops will soon begin to bring various artifacts from the mission. They are being transferred to laboratories and eventually end up in the hands of our scientists. Their main task is to work on things brought by our soldiers. The work rate depends on the amount of assigned scientists and the complexity of the project. In addition to exploring the use of alien artifacts, they also will carry out the alien autopsies and even create new types of weapons and equipment. Later in the game, once we build an alien containment area, a set of facilities that provide the special environments needed to keep aliens alive for extended periods of time, we can then start to interrogate them. When our scientists discover the purpose and functioning of the subject, we can start the production. For this, we need workshops and engineers. Here applies exactly the same principles as above. The more people working, the faster the production will progress. Naturally, some of the found or produced equipment we will pass out to the troops, but we can sell the surplus on the market for a lot of money. While it's quite easy to understand why someone would want to purchase a plasma rifle, it's hard to imagine why people would buy aliens' corpses, but they do, and they pay a lot of money. The central location on the screen takes a 3-dimensional image of the globe, which can be viewed in any position and at any angle. It is here there will appear all the info about detected UFOs, and here we follow the movement of our planes. Once we detect a UFO, we will send one of the fighters to intercept it. In the initial phase of the game, we have only interceptors, and they will often not be able to catch up with alien crafts. But when the pilot manages to catch up with a saucer, it's up to us to decide how to fight. Depending on the type of equipment we have, we can order an aggressive attack with all available weapons or fight with a maximum distance using only rockets. If our pilot manages to shoot down alien craft, we can send our soldiers to the crash site. There are several types of missions. Mostly our commandos will be sent to retrieve equipment from downed saucers. Every now and then, we can detect a UFO that landed with a secret mission. Such situations are completely important because if we can arrive on time and complete the mission, our soldiers will bring a lot of valuable artifacts. With time, the aliens begin to get more bold with their attacks. They start sending more and larger ships, terrorize the cities, and even launch attacks on our bases. Upon arrival at the place of contact, we have to arm soldiers and assign them miscellaneous equipment. When we are ready, we can start the mission. The battlefield itself takes up most of the screen. At the bottom, we have several icons, the name of the soldier, and the weapon. Initially, the interface may seem complicated, but the system is very intuitive, and after a few minutes of the game, no one should have any problems. The battlefield is three-dimensional, but we must remember that the UFO was released in the year 1994, so unfortunately, we cannot rotate it or zoom in and zoom out. The main fight is divided into rounds. Each soldier has a certain number of action points, and each function consumes a number of them. If at the end of our round our hero sees an alien soldier and has enough number of action points, he will automatically open fire at it. If you run out of ammo, you can always pick up magazines and even weapons that you can find when searching alien corpses. If the scientists have already discovered how to handle the weapon, our soldiers can immediately use it. Most of the mission ends when we kill or catch all aliens. Our commandos automatically collect all the artifacts and they bring them back to the base. If, however, we believe that it's time to retreat, we can order the commandos back to the transport craft and escape from the battlefield. UFO Enemy Unknown is a fantastic game, but unfortunately we can clearly see it's been around for a few years. While the graphics is not that bad, it is the soundtrack that stands out strongly. However, the gameplay itself is still at the highest level, to which a lot of games recently released cannot even come close. The world the developers have managed to create continues to grow and change with time. While we discover more and more new technologies, aliens intensify their efforts, sending new races equipped with better weapons against us. The design of the game and its storyline makes UFO a great game. We can play for hours and not even feel bored. From the captured aliens, we learn more and more new information, and our researchers continuously work on new inventions. The main combat mechanics are very good, and all the fans of the turn-based strategy game should be more than happy with this one. All the missions are connected by intriguing storylines, and UFO Enemy Unknown is a game you don't want to put down.